Hello everybody, Zinsyph here. I'm here bringing you guys Forge Fridays, episode 2. This is super exciting because this one's a special one because today I go and pick up Halo 2, which is super interesting because I never owned Halo 2, but I need it for the collection that I'm collecting of Halo games. Other than that, I only need Halo Wars because I never bought Halo Wars because I thought it was dumb. But I just wasn't interested in Halo Wars, so now that, I'm collecting, I have to collect Halo Wars as well, so I'll be able to pick up Halo Wars. But today's super special because it's my birthday, and that's why I'm picking up Halo 2, and I've been waiting to pick up Halo 2 for a long time. I've actually been looking for it. I can never really find it, but today I found a retro game place around my area who actually has it, which is super awesome. I'm super pumped for that. But today we're going to jump right into Forge, and we're going to get super, super excited about this because I jumped into here with no actual ideas, but I'm thinking of some right now. I'm thinking about putting this up as pretty much you would get this as the natural area, going around to here, and this wall would be pulled out here, and then you would have like tunnels and stuff and a split hallway. Yeah, there'd be a split hallway probably right around there. And you would be able to connect that into here. And that would go to about here. This map's going to be pretty big. And I want to make sure like that natural part's pretty big. So we're going to do that. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to duplicate that. I've never worked with terrain in Halo 5, but we have some new terrain forge pieces, which are super exciting. So I'm kind of super excited about that. I don't know where those are going. It says, oh, there they are. So yeah, so that's pretty much what we're doing today. Okay, that's not even. I've noticed that with Halo 5, like I'm making stuff like not so even, which is super weird. Like it would be like this, but like it just wouldn't be even, and I'd be like, well, what am I doing? Like, Legend, what are you doing wrong? So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So that's what today's going to consist of, is working on the natural pieces. Yeah, I wanted to bring light to this episode just to talk to you guys a little bit and to let you guys know what's going on. I'm just kind of building the tunnels right now. I just want to see if you guys like this version a lot more, or if you guys would like me to go back to the first version where we didn't talk and I just played music in the background, because I want to like showcase this stuff for all of you guys. And I know that some of you guys have different forge styles, and some of you guys really want to learn about what I'm doing or how to forge, and I just want to talk to you guys about that actually today, about how to forge. Like, there's no specific way on how to forge. Like, there's no, I'm bad. You're always going to be bad at first. I was bad at first. The best of players was bad at first. Forgers in Halo 3 who forged were bad at first. Everybody's bad at forge at the beginning. You gotta practice. And every forger will tell you that. Practice. Practice, 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 practice. That's all you can do. That's literally all you can do. Like, you literally can't do anything else but practice. Because when you practice, you're able to really like learn the skills. You're able to really practice these skills when it comes to forging, which is super fun, super interesting, because not a whole lot of people know that practicing is a huge key. So when people are like, hey, how do I learn? Like, what do I do? And you just say practice, they just kind of they kind of get pretty baffled, because it's not like, sure, it's not usual to just be to just say just like, it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but for people that forge, for people that kind of know what I'm talking about, I don't like how this is going to be like this. I'm going to engrave some rocks into this. But yeah, for those who forge and those who know like what's going on and like how it's done and everything about that, like they will know and they will be able to tell you. They'll be like, yeah, practice, all the forgers, everybody who's ever forged or went into forge and succeeded, they practiced, and you just have to be able to take criticism as well. Like, if you can't take criticism, like, you're gonna not get far at all, which is pretty sad because a lot of people can't take criticism the right way. And actually, a good friend of mine, I'm a Rolling Stone, actually talked about that in my first Halo community episode. Like, you just got to be able to take criticism and everything. And he's completely and utterly right. Like, if you can't take criticism, then you're gonna have a rough time forging. Because criticism's a very, very large part. Because with criticism, you learn what can be done. And on Forge Hub, the YouTube channel, I'll link it down below, they have amazing tutorials on weapon balance and all this sort of thing. And like, they really start to show you early in the game, like, how to do things and what to do when you're doing certain things. And I think you guys should definitely check them out if you guys want to know anything about Forge itself. Like, it's a huge one right there. But yeah, just basically, if you just practice, like, you will learn a lot by practicing and just jumping into Forge and just doing things and just placing down blocks and rotating them and just, like, literally, like, if you, like, Halo 5 Forge, if, like, how can I, like, if you take a block and you just lay down all the blocks, you just lay down every single block, and then you analyze those blocks, and then you look at those blocks and you see what blocks you can use. Like, this block's pretty cool. I like the black trim like that. What is that, 16 by 16 by 4? So you just have to be able to just go in and just look at things and just be able to see things that you like and just be able to, use those things to your capability. And you just got to be able to use them without abusing them too. Like, you have to, like, it sounds confusing, and I get that. I understand that it's probably super confusing the way I'm putting it, but literally just try your hardest. Don't be afraid to fail, because you probably will. You will fail. Every forger does. Every good forger does. Every good forger fails, because it's hard not to. Like, there's so many things that you have to be abided to, and that's huge, So don't be afraid to fail. Like, accept that you're going to fail, and you will succeed a forge a lot faster. I have to try and grab this. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this. I'm thinking about going all the way over here and then making this like a rock jump up, and then having it cut off right here. Like, I kind of like that idea, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I'll angle the wall and whip it over here. Not 100% sure yet. So yeah, definitely just practice. You'll be amazed at how fast you improve if you just sit down and forge and just chill. Like, you literally just chill and forge. because that's my first forging experience was Halo 3 with my buddy, and all we did was go into Sandbox and tear shit up. Literally. Just went into Sandbox, deleted everything, placed down shit, and just sat in there for hours and hours and hours on end. And we were making shit that, it was huge. We were making huge shit. It sounds bad, but you know what I mean. Wonder. Oh, okay then. Okay. So, you guys learned something. See, we wouldn't have learned this if we weren't in Forge, So if you go up here, okay, and you go to ground pound, and then you go like this, and say you go up here, say you go here, boom, okay. So yeah, so that's a cool little fun fact in Forge. So if you start Spartan charging, then you go into Forge Ball, and then you continue, and then you go back out of Forge Ball, you'll continue Spartan charging. Super interesting. I don't know what you can do with that. Okay, we're gonna kind of fuck around for a little bit, because this is what happens when you get into Forge. You fuck around a lot. Expect it. Okay, so go like this, and then Forge Ball, and let's go. Right here. Let's go Forge Ball. Oh, going sideways. Okay. So yeah, just go into Forge and definitely just check out Forge, and definitely just try a hand out at Forge. It will benefit you more than you think. And I know that sounds bizarre, but just jump in there and just start forging, really. Like, you can't really do anything else other than that. Like, you can only just start forging. So definitely jump in Forge. Do that if you want to improve. If you don't want to improve, that's fine. Then don't jump into Forge. Don't take any of my knowledge or don't take any of my experience that I just told you. But if you want to improve, jump in Forge right now, and you will improve. You will for sure improve from your first map to your third map. Forge 3 maps. Don't feel rushed either. Like, unless you're part of a competition. Sorry, I was looking out the window. Unless you're part of a competition, do not at all feel rushed. Okay, because that's not going to help you. That's going to actually deteriorate from actually winning set competition or anything. Because if you forge just super quickly and then you just playtest, getting feedback that quickly sometimes isn't easy, but also just not knowing how to accept the feedback or take the feedback is also a side effect of that. So definitely remember that. Can't have this here. What else could I tell you? It's pretty much all I have for news, or all I have for information. Okay, so I like this area right here because we have enough height variation. That's the word I was looking for. So you have this higher spot over here. You have that super high spot over there. And then you have this low spot over here. So that's good. So what I'm probably going to do is, if I do incorporate this part, which is a pretty large part. It's a pretty big part. It's going to be a big map, actually. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know. I want to use the round pieces, so let's go to primitive rings. I don't know if I want to go completely to rings. Yeah, I do. Definitely not the way I thought that was gonna go. Okay, let's get a huge ring. Half. I hate these colors. And let's see. So what if we do it like that? What if we do it like that? Okay, let's distract that. So I want to incorporate rings because I like having the round infrastructure of the rings. I can actually but so we have that. I don't like those colors whatsoever. I just wish actually no, that should be alright. Should be alright. Yeah, that'll be fine. It's super tall. This map's super tall. I like the super tall though, so then I don't have to worry about like kill boundaries up there. You know? The struggle. Which is super fun. Okay, so that's definitely a thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that. We're gonna delete those. Map options. Fuck this shit. So yeah, so that's all I can say really. Like just don't feel let down if you don't think you can forge right now, you know? Like don't worry. Like it all what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, like please don't feel let down if you don't know how to forge, okay? Cuz it will come to you a lot faster than you think. Cuz then once you get to forging and once you learn all the basics, like it's gonna hit you like a brick wall, like insane, like what we just did metaphorically. Yeah, it's gonna hit you like a brick wall. So don't feel worried or stressed out or anything if you don't think you can do it right away. Like just watch other forges. Like this is what this series is all about, is to get you guys engaged and get you guys watching what I'm doing, so then you guys can get an idea of what I do during Forge. Because everybody does it a little bit differently. Everybody forges a little bit differently. I don't know how well this part's going to work out, but we're going to try and work it out. I actually don't know how high. I also made that. So we're going to go right here. And we're also going to take this. Like definitely don't feel stressed out, you know? Like this is great times to be alive, especially with Forge. Like this is like the greatest time to be alive with Forge, because Forge is such a huge thing right now. Like with everything, like all the people and everything, like it's insane. However, this was episode what the fuck? Let's pull that right here. I don't know if I like that because it's not like right here. It's not aligned with right there. But I think I'll get over it. So that's cool. You can't get up there. And I didn't really want to get up there. I didn't really want people to be able to get up there. And you can go up here. Okay, so plans before I end the episode are things that we accomplished. We accomplished a little bit of the natural terrain and got part of the wall going. I think the wall is going to go right here. And then I'm going to use another one of those to loop around there and then connect it straight to here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's super exciting. I think I'm going to do a rocky wall right here. What I'm going to do down here is I'm going to have this is going to come out to about this rock right here, and then it's going to be natural pathway up to here of just rock, and then I'm going to incorporate platforming type area. I want to incorporate a tall bridge, kind of like high platforms. So on this side of the map, that's what's going to be over here is high platforms, high bridges, which is kind of exciting. So yeah, this will be accessible. This will be a fun little spot to get ground pounds too. And you will have to jump up this. I will not make it smooth. I made a map before where it's back in Halo 4. I don't know exactly what it was called. Don't remember, to be honest. But I made people jump up rocks. And I did that because it's not something that a lot of people do. A lot of people make it where you can walk up rocks, not where you climb up rocks. However, one, I'm using the ability to clamber. Not right there. Okay, not right there. And the fucking lighting right here is mangled. Okay, we'll ignore that. But yeah, so I made people climb up the rock, which gave them... It didn't make them do... Like, it just forced them to do something. And it made them, like, traverse the terrain. But this was in Halo 4. But since we have clamber, I want to abuse that. I want you to have to climb up the rock. It's a risk versus reward. You can't escape out of here that quickly. You know? So then you get clamber in here. And then you can grab pound. You know? Boom. No. Shit. So, yeah. So, that's what we did. Plans for out here, because I will be working on here next. I'll be working on over there and in here. Mostly in here. I just want to finish up the outside for next Friday. I will be building, like, a rocky structure about here. So this corner right here. So then you can come in through here. And you can come in through here. It's just going to be a wall. I just don't want people to feel... I want people to feel where they have paths to go. So you'll be able to go through here and exit through there. You'll be able to come through here and exit through there. And this part will be blocked off. So then you have cover from that area, and down here. So those are the goals for next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any interest or comments or critiques that I can do, let me know. My name is Zinsyph. I'm signing out. This was Forge Fridays, 23 minutes long of me just talking about Forge. If it feels like I rambled, I am deeply sorry. I literally woke up 25 minutes ago. But yeah, definitely enjoy, and I hope to see you guys all later. I'll do a nice little overview of the map if I can get that high of how big this map. Okay, so I can't, but you guys get the general scale of this map. It's gonna be pretty big, super exciting. This part's gonna be blocked off, so it's gonna be that, like, it's not gonna go around here. That part's gonna go right there. So I don't know how big it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a pretty decent size. I think it'd be a 5v5. I think, could be wrong. I don't know. We'll have to test it. So yeah, super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Zinsyph. I am signing out. I love you all. Peace. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys all later.